Hello, and welcome. It is such a pleasure to be here to be sharing with you guys about pain or purpose and choose wisely. First off, I would like to thank Ms. Angel Wright for giving me the opportunity to share my story and also to share with my sisters about experiencing pain and working through that pain and choosing whether or not you want to stay in that pain or you want that pain to actually birth your purpose. So my name is Dr. Johnecia Mason, and my topic, like I said, is choosing pain or purpose, and you want to choose wisely. And the reason I say that is because in 2016, I had the most wonderful experience of becoming a mother. I was pregnant with my first son, and everything was going great, and everything was going just fantastic with the pregnancy until it wasn't. He actually ended up having to be delivered early. He was born at 26 weeks, born very severely premature. And we went through everything with him being in the NICU and being on monitors and being on life support and everything, the whole 9 yards. And unfortunately, in June, he passed away. In July, he passed away. July of that year, he passed away. He was only 12 days old. And so I no longer knew what it was that I was supposed to be doing because I had this routine. I had this regimen of keeping it together, going to the doctor, eating right, exercising, all of that for the sake of my son. And now he was gone. And so I had to deal with the pain of being a childless mother. And I did not know where to go with that. And I was in a very dark place. My husband tried to get me out of that. My doctor, my OB tried to get me out of that. I even went to grief counseling. I was trying to come up out of this very dark place. And one day I just finally said, you know what? I have got to get out of this. And also what helped me get out of my rut, my dark place, was I was pregnant again with my second son, who was also born premature. But then I also said, I can't continue to live in this place of pain, this place of darkness, this place of sadness, this place of grief, because I had this other life that needed and was depending on me. And so in that moment, I chose my purpose. I chose what my purpose needed to be because my child then became my purpose. And to help me get out of that dark spot, I said, I have to lean on my faith. And when you're a Christian, you lean on your faith. You lean on God. You lean on his hand being on you. And so I said to myself, God, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay, my purpose now, I got another child. Here we go. But what am I supposed to do with this? And so in life, you have three choices, sisters. You can either give up, you can either give in, or you can give it your all. And so what I chose to do in the beginning, I literally was there about to give up. I'll be quite honest and quite transparent. I literally was at a point where I was about to just give up. And I was literally about to give in as well. I was about to give in to some things that the devil had my mind with. And I just was like, I'm just of use no more. However, through my faith and the help of my unborn child, I said, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it my all. And I chose 1 Peter 5:6, verses 6-7. And I started thinking about how can I heal myself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And so I'll start with spiritually. And with spiritually, you need to humble yourself. Therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time, he may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on him. And so that stuck with me because I said, well, God has me. He has his hand on me. He is exalting me to make me be all that I can. And all the anxiety that came with carrying this other child and thinking that the same thing was going to happen with this child no longer was there. And so I humbled myself and I took myself out of it and I gave it all to him. And then to prepare myself mentally, I was giving it all mentally. And failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough So I mentally prepared myself that I have got to be strong enough to live, to care for, to nurture, to birth this child and not have all of that grief, all of that sadness, and all of that darkness within my womb, and it would be passed on to my child. So I definitely got myself mentally prepared and mentally together for my purpose, which was my child was coming. But I didn't know that that was just my entire purpose. And then also with giving it my all, I did emotional. It was emotional. It was an emotional roller coaster. And life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Here I am pregnant with this other child, and I'm saying to myself, there were some times that I caught and I said, oh my gosh, what if this happens again? But then I said, no. This is not, I was getting all good reports with my baby. And so I needed to react as if this child was going to make it and I was going to finally hold my child and take my child home. And then also giving it my all. Sisters, you need to be physically fit to give it all. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. And we as a mother, some kind of way, we have a super strength when it comes down to it, to caring for our children, to making sacrifices for them, to doing stuff for them. And so once I had my second son, and now just 16 months ago, I also had my third son, I now, because of my giving it my all, I now know my purpose. My purpose now is to let women know that you need to be healthy both before, during, and after pregnancy. My purpose now that I have chosen is my children, but to also see the world through their eyes and to make this world a better place. My purpose that I have chosen is to speak about maternal health. My purpose that I have chosen, and I've chosen my purpose and not pain, is to go out and speak about infant loss and being okay with that I lost my son. However, I know my story will help another woman. It will help another family. And so I want to offer to you, my sisters, let's continue to crown ourselves and each other and not down ourselves and each other. Because once we feed into that negativity and we let that darkness, we let that grief, we let that sadness consume us, once we let that pain consume us, we no longer are able to continue to crown ourselves. We have to continue to crown ourselves. And this is me putting on my crown. And I want you also to take that and crown another queen, and tell her, my sister, you don't have to live in negativity. You don't have to live in that grief. You don't have to live in that darkness. You don't have to live in that pain. That is a choice. And you also have the choice to come out of that pain and make it your purpose. I was tasked with, yes, I lost my son, but I also was tasked with living my new normal, which was now having to be a childless mother. But I also have two wonderful bouncing baby boys who keep me going, who my oldest is 6. He never lets me forget about his older brother. We introduced that to him. We told him about his brother. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my son, that I don't do things for him. I actually went out and joined boards and joined organizations to feel like I was doing something as a mother. I joined Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies Coalition of Georgia. I joined March of Dimes and became one of the ambassador moms for that, to speak out about prematurity and also how it affects the Black and Brown community. So I took my pain. Sisters, I took my pain of losing my son, losing my firstborn son at that, and I turned it into my purpose. With the help of my family, the help of my two beautiful boys now. And I can say that my life has truly changed. It's truly fulfilled. And I no longer hold on to that pain. There are times when I get down. There are times when I cry. There are times when I miss him. However, because I have decided not to live in that pain, and to keep going for this purpose that I have for my son, and to continue to be a part of these organizations, which makes me feel like I'm doing the PTA, like I'm doing being the football mom, the soccer mom, being at the debate team or the quiz bowl or whatever for him, even though he's not here. Me being a part of those organizations makes me feel like that's what I'm doing for him as a mother. And so, sisters, I offer to you, get out of that pain. Choose your purpose. Let that pain drive your purpose. And so also what I want to offer to you is the only limitation is you. The only limitation is you. You have got to show up, step in, and show out. And every organization that I've been a part of, I have done just that. I have shown out for my son. I have shown out for my family. I have shown out for myself sometimes because I just don't know sometimes where it comes from. But also purpose for everything you do. Have a purpose for everything that you do. Like I said, my children, my family, my son, that is my purpose for everything that I do. And then also you just need to say, what is your purpose in your current job? Are you taking a job just to be taking a job, or does it have a purpose? Or are you just doing it just out of pain? Have a purpose for everything that you do. You have to say, not why me, Lord? Not why me, Lord? Try Satan. Try Satan. Don't try me. Tell the world, don't try me. Try my God. Use that with Satan. Use that with Satan, but don't hold on to the why me, Lord. Live in your purpose. Live in your purpose. And so I will offer this to you all. And in closing, I will offer that when we lose a parent, we lose our past. When we lose a spouse, we lose our present. But when we lose our children, we lose our purpose. And we have to be comfortable with saying no longer, just because I lose my child, am I losing my purpose? My child still, even though they're not here on earth, will always continue to be my purpose. So the only limitation is you, my sisters. Remember to give it your all and to show out.